Good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday. Very happy house here as we watched Liverpool win the Carabao Cup yesterday. So, yes, we are a red household. My poor dad is distraught, of course, because he thought he would have indoctrinated me to being a Newcastle United fan. But I'm not here to talk about football. Here to talk about Friday. So, Friday, I had the pleasure of spending the day with, excuse me, Mr. Theoprophytus at the ICC in Birmingham, which is an incredible day. I look forward to it every year. We missed it, of course, in COVID, but we are back on it now, and it is an incredible day. And it's sort of by invitation only, really, because you need to be a small business or SBS winner. So, what is SBS? Well, SBS was set up by Theo in 2010. He was sitting in, as he loves to call it, Mrs. P's kitchen, not his kitchen, Mrs. P's kitchen, saying how could he support other small businesses. Because what I love about him is even his Twitter X profile says shopkeeper. And they came up with this idea about giving businesses an opportunity to pitch their business to him every Sunday, hence Small Business Sunday. And up until 2 years ago, excuse me, coffee time. Up until 2 years ago, it was only on Twitter. And then 2 years ago, when I was there, he announced that they were going to take it onto Instagram. So, yes, LinkedIn is my first social media love, but actually, I was on Twitter before I was as active on LinkedIn, although Mr. Musk has spoiled it a little bit. And if it wasn't, if I'm honest, if it wasn't for SBS and the fact I've got a couple of clients on X, I would probably have left by now. But it is on Instagram. So, got my little SBS badge. Let me take that up to the camera there. And you can see you get this lovely badge. That's actually new this year. Everybody who arrived this year got a badge, which was lovely. But you get so much more. You get the opportunity to have a photograph with Theo. Excuse me. I haven't got mine in here. It's in the other room. But there's so much because you are actually joining a community. So let's talk first of all about how to become a winner. So he runs the competition every Sunday between 5 and 7:30 p.m. This is the entry time. If you post outside this time, it won't count. Show your personality. Firstly, you must be following Theo, and that applies whether it's Twitter, whether it's Instagram. You can only send a tweet once. You need to use the hashtag. Excuse me. I think it was all the shouting at the telly yesterday. But you need to be saying at Theoprophytus and use the hashtag SBS. Now, let me just check because I want to double check because I don't enter it on Instagram for my clients. I enter it myself and it's just the same. So you need to tag Theoprophytus and you need to do that on his Instagram post. And it's the same time frame. And then what happens after that is you leave it open to the world. And I'll hold my hands up. I entered it for 3.5 years on Twitter before I won. Gosh, about 6 years ago, I entered for a client. We won in 6 weeks. And then last year, I entered for 2 clients and we won first attempt. So, honest opinion is there's no real actual skill because you send your entry off to Instagram, off to in Twitter, and then on the Monday night, he will randomly select 3 businesses on Twitter, 3 businesses on Instagram, who will be his SPNers winners of the week. Now he's got a much bigger presence on Instagram, on Twitter than Instagram. Yes, you can tell it was a long day yesterday. So when he reposts you, your following will go up massively. So you're going to get an increased reach on your content. The same thing will happen on Instagram. I haven't checked his Instagram followers recently. But also you get involved in this community. And this community is super strong. There's thousands of people in there. If you imagine there's 6 people a week for 14 years, It's a lot, isn't it? So, for example, on Friday we had there was about 1,200 people there, and it's all across the board, all across the board, all sorts of businesses. But what is wonderful about this day is you get access to people. So previously, I've sat down with the head of marketing for Ryman Stationery. He has people from Ryman, from Robert Dias, from his businesses, who you can sit down with and have face-to-face, one-on-one questions, which is incredible. Then throughout the day, you have these super speakers, like phenomenal. We had 2 speakers from Google Digital Garage who were incredible, and that's free training that you can actually sign up for. But there's lots of additional benefits you get. So he has sponsors on the day, and you usually get access to special rates from sponsors. You also get discounts at Ryman Stationery as an SBS winner. What else do you get? Well, our previous speakers have been phenomenally good. So Deborah Meaden, John Roberts, who is the founder of AO.com, who I've got to say has still been my favorite. Absolutely incredible guy. Tucker Sullivan, who founded the Finery brand. Really interesting guys, telling stories, being really honest, down to earth. But on Friday, we had Stacey Solomon, and I've got to confess, I'm not her target audience, really, I don't think. But oh my word, she was incredible. Honest, down to earth, absolutely passionate about supporting small businesses. One of the stories she told was about how if she sees a small business posting, particularly on Instagram, that's her main platform where she's got, I think, about 5 million followers. She sees a business that she really likes the look of, she'll share it to her Instagram stories. And there was a lady there who, when we did the Q&A at the end, so she chatted with Theo. It was very informal, very honest, very real, which I loved. Everybody got a chance to answer questions, and one lady put her hand up and said, I've got a question. And she actually said, I just want to say to you, thank you, because last year you featured our business on your Instagram stories. The impact of that on our business, at this point, the woman started to cry. The impact on that woman's business was that overnight she had £103,000 worth of orders. Now, that's substantially more than most small businesses turn over in a year, especially embryonic startup businesses. And Stacey went, oh my God, yes, I love your products. I love them. And came off the stage to give this woman a hug. It was wonderful. And I was with people who were sitting crying because it was so emotional. But it's a great community part of, particularly on Twitter, they do SBS Winners Hour, which is an opportunity to talk to other SBS winners, ask for help, also promote your business, which is great. You go on the SBS website, which obviously is good for your searchability for your business. So there's lots of benefits to it. But overall, for me, it's that sense of community. So when I walked in there on Friday, wasn't going with anybody. You can. Nice to catch up. I can't see who it is because it says Facebook user, but thank you for commenting. But I walked into this huge conference hall in Birmingham on Friday, all by myself. When you win, you can take a +1. I usually take Mr. Curitan, but he couldn't get the time off work. And people were coming up to you going, oh, you're Karen, aren't you? Oh, it's nice to meet you. And, you get to know people. And it's wonderful because as a small business owner yourself, it's really great. I can't say who's commenting, I'm afraid, because if you haven't given StreamYard permission at the top, it won't allow me to see who you are. So I'm sorry, I can't name check you, which is a shame. But yeah, so if you're on catch up, Small Business Sunday, definitely worth looking at. I will pop the link under this video, which gives you the instructions. And if you are just a LinkedIner, then fine. He has currently no plans to take it to LinkedIn. I don't see it fits on LinkedIn, but if you're on Instagram or X/Twitter, then it's definitely worth a try. It's been wonderful. I gotta tell you, the goodie bags are amazing. The goodie bags are fabulous. I came home with I think I can't remember what it was. It was a really premium brand toolkit, as well as lots of stationery, pens, stuff for the kitchen. Last year we had beautiful glass water bottles. I reckon the goodie bag's conservatively worth about 60 to 70 pounds, but that's not why you go. You go because you get access to these incredible experts in their field. There's also spin out sessions. So throughout the day, I think the doors open at 9. Throughout the day, there are additional sessions all round on the balconies, opportunities to access experts, learning opportunities. I didn't do any this time actually because I was actually chatting to people. I bumped into so many people that I knew. One of my clients, the lovely Tara Askham, was there. Other clients from Treadfirst were there because they won last year. And a few of my local, there's quite a big East Midlands network. So Laura Goodsell was there, who's the fabulous Canva ambassador that we have based in the East Midlands. It's lovely to see Laura and have a quick chat with her. So yeah, it's just a brilliant day out. And it's a day working on yourself and your motivation around your business, building your skills. I've got a notebook full of notes that I'm going to be putting into practice on Wednesday. So if you've got any questions about SBS, do get in touch. And I am going to sign off because I've got a very busy day. Have a great week and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.